We're going to save the weirdest for last?
Yeah, I think we should definitely save the most unusual and very interesting for last.
So, of the two others, I think we should try the Pretz brand, which is Glico? Glico. Out of, where are these guys
Thailand.
from? Thailand.
All right.
Pretz brand pretzels.
You know, I don't associate Thailand with pretzels.
I associate Thailand with making whatever they're told to make by an American company.
Not necessarily.
Or they have market researchers that look to see.
I mean, good food is good food.
And train horns just on time. They have marketing people out there that did tell them, hey, you could sell some sour cream and onion pretzels. Those Americans, they go for that sour cream and onion flavor.
Well, and we could pay extra because we're shipping it all the way from Thailand.
Yeah, because we don't have sour cream and onion pretzels available here. So,
I have to say, though, everything I have had that has been Pretz brand has been excellent.
Oh, their pretzels are great.
I'm not usually a pretzel fan, but I like theirs. They're good.
They put a lot of flavor to them.
They're good, and the texture is good, too.
Well, it's a good pretzel, but I mean, they're all, I'm not getting any normal flavored pretzels because you can get those anywhere.
Yeah.
But
so, I mean, they're the usual,
very thin pretzel sticks.
Yeah, you can see the grill marks on them from when they were baked. Oh,
you can smell it.
It smells like sour cream and onion. Mm-hmm.
It's like...
It tastes like the dip. Sour cream and onion dip.
It's like a good sour cream and onion potato chip, only it's a pretzel.
Yeah. These are good. As expected. Alright, Pretz knocked it out of the park yet again.
I gotta go looking for just nothing but Pretz and see what kind of...
Interesting stuff. These are good. I like these.
Yeah, every one that we've had has been an unusual flavor, sometimes unidentifiable.
I have to find out what my boss thinks of the package I gave to her. She is afraid of eating anything I give her because years ago I gave her a candy cane. Only it wasn't a normal candy cane, it was a clamdy cane. So it was a clam flavored candy cane. So needless to say, we have trust issues now.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I gave her some pretzels that were, they're like toasted vanilla sugar.
Those were good.
Those are really good. So I got to find out what she thinks of those, and I'll get back to you with an update about how she thought of those. Hopefully she was brave enough to try them. They're quite tasty. There's nothing creepy or weird or off-putting about them at all.
They're not even weird. They're very sweet. You can definitely taste the toasted aspect of them.
Mm-hmm.
So now what we have here...
We're moving on.
I think I found these in a local grocery store, if I can remember correctly. But you don't see them all the time. Oreo toffee crunch flavored not pretzels, cookies.
Those are
Oreo
not pretzels.
cookies.
I wonder if there are pretzel Oreos.
I haven't seen them.
That could be an interesting...
So you don't like pretzels?
No.
It says toffee flavor cream, artificially flavored with sugar crystals. Now, sugar crystals are not artificial.
No.
So that's kind of a confusing statement there.
Well, it means that they infused the sugar crystals with some sort of artificial flavor. They look like Oreos, except that the filling is not white. It's light tan.
Looks like an Oreo with the insignia on there. The what is that? We see them in the cemeteries all the time.
Oh, that's like Greek Orthodox.
Yeah, the Greek
No,
Orthodox
Russian,
cross.
Russian Orthodox.
Orthodox.
Russian Orthodox.
And it's on the back also.
I wonder.
Some of the Asian Oreos don't have that, but all of the American ones do.
I wonder if there is a tie to the Russian Orthodox Church and the original company that came up with Oreos.
I don't know. It's a Nabisco product.
Now,
I used to work at a place right across the Interstate 5 freeway from the bakery where they make Nabisco vanilla wafers.
I bet that smelled good.
Keep you hungry all the time. I mean, you can't just have something that smells that good just there all the time. It's freshly baked.
Yeah. Well, you know, the original sort of cream sandwich cookie was made by Hydrox.
Yeah.
And I actually prefer Hydrox to Oreos. I think the cookie is better and not as bitter.
Are these strawberries on here? On
okay,
that
yes,
side.
Those are strawberries. The other side is grapes.
This is a radioactive glass. If we had the Geiger counter, we could prove it to them. But I've already proved it to you on other videos. Link in the description, of course.
That is not my favorite one. My favorite one suffered gravity, unfortunately. That one was from the 1800s. This one is like 1940s.
Going to introduce some milk to it to make the milk radioactive, because that's,
well,
you know, back in the when did they finally realize it was not good for you? The 30s?
Yeah, probably
after World War II or World War One.
No, it was the 20s, because we had the radium girls who were suffering terrible deaths from the radiation from radium paint.
And they figured it out.
And they figured they made that connection between radioactivity and, you know,
because they were doing this real fine painting with these specially made brushes for instrumentation on aircraft, military aircraft, and watches and things like that. And so that way you didn't have to have lights on in the aircraft, and you know, you could see your watch dial, your instruments. But they would use these fine little brushes, and to keep the brushes at a fine point, not knowing any better because nobody knew, it would lick the tip of the brush. Mm-hmm. And that had radium on it.
And then paint.
And then paint, and then lick, and then paint.
They would paint their teeth to make them glow in the dark.
They thought it was cool. It was like, look, my teeth glow.
They were painting on it for pretty before they'd go out to dances.
It is pretty.
It is very pretty stuff.
I think it would be kind of ghastly having your teeth glow in the dark. But
I wouldn't want glowy teeth.
But hey,
I mean, it was a different time.
It was different. It was.
Although, speaking of radium, my watch here does in fact have a radium dial.
And it's not hurting you because you're not.
Well, I'm not licking it, for one thing.
Well, even once the paint's dry, it probably doesn't hurt that much to lick it.
The paint is actually enclosed behind the crystal of the watch, and so that contains any dust. It's really only dangerous if you are inhaling or eating the dust.
Ingest it, or, like you say, they're painting their face with it. Some of that's going in.
That's direct contact, so that would be dangerous. But on a watch face, it's fine, and I've actually used my Geiger counter, and I have measured the radiation at the crystal side over here, and I've also measured it on the back side, and it's fairly radioactive from the crystal side, but the metal actually blocks the vast majority of the radiation. And these are alpha particles, so they can be blocked by, like, your skin, a piece of paper, you know, so they're fine. Oh, you aren't going to use your cup? You're going to use my cup.
Oh, is that why we brought two cups?
That's why we brought 2 cups.
Oh, okay. That is so much better than a standard Oreo cookie. Oh my God.
There we go. There's the other cup. We have nice goblets.
It's pretty, but it's not radioactive.
Bing. I'm going to toast you. Bing. Okay. They smell sweeter.
They're delicious.
They smell sweeter. All right. In it goes. Try it. Gotta let it drown.
You can't eat Oreos dry. I mean, that's just...
You can, but they're not nearly as good. The milk does a lot for them. Way better than a garden variety Oreo.
Way better.
More flavor.
But they come out with these amazing flavors, and then they only have them for a limited time.
To get you to keep buying them. Because you're curious about the next new flavor. Now, there is a minor controversy about Oreos. Do you twist them apart? Do you just bite into them? Do you eat the cream filling first and then drown the cookie? Personally, I like to just drown the whole cookie.
You gotta drown the cookie.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
So, in goes the cookie.
I remember seeing those commercials when I was a kid about twisting to get to the inside stuff. I'm like, then what's left over is a cookie. It's not really all that good.
No, the cookies are kind of bitter.
What are you going to do, throw that away?
I mean, the bitter cookie does make the really sweet filling balance out a little better. So I think that's where they were getting at with that. But the straight up Oreo cookies,
Well, the cookie is dark chocolate. Thumbs up. These are good.
So, you know, they also have cookies and cream flavored Oreos, which are basically Oreo flavored Oreos. Because cookies and cream ice cream is just crushed up Oreos. I wonder if that's what they do with the factory second Oreos.
Probably, yeah, they're using a little broken up pieces. There's no sense in throwing them away if you can sell them.
It's still food. It's a way of utilizing them.
There's nothing wrong with them. They were made in a, clean environment. Yeah. And if you're sweeping it up off the floor, it's a clean room. And
I don't think they're sweeping it off the floor.
I hope. Well, that's what I've always said about chorizo sausage. Chorizo sausage, not all chorizo. If you buy a good chorizo, it may not be like this, but the cheap chorizo that you can get in most grocery stores in the tubular package, the tubular plastic package, I've always said that they make it out of what they sweep up off the floor after the meat's all gone. But you know what? It's good. They season it well, and the meat that's on the floor, the stuff that's on the floor after the meat is gone, is very flavorful meat. It's just not in the form that we
easily can
like.
Cook. Yeah.
We've been conditioned. No, it's got to look like this. It's got to feel like this. No.
Grocery stores don't want to sell ugly fruit. There's a company that's, I think it's called Ugly Fruit. They specialize in perfectly good produce that's just disfigured for some reason.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to keep talking, I'm going to keep
Those
eating.
are so sweet that I think I'm good with the two I ate. I'm like...
They are very sweet.
Wow.
But, I mean, they're very flavorful.
Like, I don't usually even drink milk, but I drank some milk to kind of cut the sweet. I'm
a big fan of toffee to begin with. Toffee, crunch, flavored cream.
So you like Heath bars then? Because those are toffee. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah. Now...
The milk is improved.
Did you?
By dunking the Oreo cookie in it.
Is that one of the... You opened the package wrong. You opened it like the sour cream. So the sour cream backstory is our friend had sour cream in a squeezy tube, and somebody here cut the end off. Like, somebody here cut the end off.
That's not easily visible.
Not realizing that you can open it this way and reseal it.
You don't open it again. It's already open.
You did, but it reseals. That's the point of it. It's nice packaging.
But why not have like a banner that says, open here?
They have a tag with a pull here arrow on
it. There's hardly even any contrast there. You don't notice that. You want a sign like this.
Easy open, reseal.
Easy open and reclose.
Well, anyhow, you did a sour cream on that one.
Yeah. That's all right. I'll eat them all up before there's any
before
problem.
They go stale. They're all right stale anyhow. Some things are better stale.
Dunking the cookies in the milk makes the milk better. It's like the cereal milk.
Oh man, cereal milk was the best part of the cereal when I was a kid. Down goes the milk, down the hatch. Calcium, good for the bones. You got to
make that go away while it's still really cold, because I don't like milk unless it's really cold. You
didn't make a milk mustache on your mustache.
I try not to. So you're not going to drink this, right?
I drank some of it. I won't drink all of it, though. You know, they have special teacups for people with mustaches. They have, like, a flat piece. So you have your teacup, and they have a flat piece with a little semicircle cut out of it. And the idea is that when you tip the cup, that flat piece keeps the tea within the glass. So then you're not getting tea all over your mustache.
I think it was a local guy. I don't think you had him where you grew up in the Northeast. Engineer Bill.
Oh, we did not have an Engineer Bill.
You did not have Engineer Bill. This is black and white live television. And he always, to get kids to drink their milk, he would always grab a glass of milk. I'm sure he was sponsored by some local dairy. And he would show the carton and say, you know, you've got your Challenger's milk here. I remember Challenger milk. It was from a local dairy in the Los Angeles area. And he'd fill his cup up with it. And he had, over his shoulder, was a traffic light. And you'd hold your milk up there, and the light would go green. And Engineer Bill goes, "Green light means go." By the time he got done saying it, I drank the cup of milk.
So he was trying to get you to pound the milk real quick.
No. Because he's drinking, he's just sipping at it, and the light goes red, and he goes, "Red light means stop," and it's down just a little bit. "Green light means go," and he'd sip a little bit more, and I'm sitting there with my empty cup going, "I'm done. Can we move on to the cartoons or something here?"
You know, you did not pour that milk properly, speaking of the milk. Hand me the jug.
I did that wrong too, huh?
You did that wrong too. So,
Jeez,
having grown up right next door to a dairy farm, you get your milk from the cows. You have to shake it.
This isn't real milk.
Well,
this is the phony stuff from the grocery store.
But it's a habit. You shake it.
Yeah.
Anybody?
I have that habit for the most part.
Do you know why you shake it?
Because it's not homogenized.
Exactly. The cream all floats to the top, which is great if you want to make your own butter or get whipping cream or something like that. But if you want to just drink it, you have to give it a really thorough shake and then pour it.
I grew up drinking whole milk.
Yeah.
Straight from the cow.
So, there we go. Well, I've had it warm from the cow. Yep. I prefer it not warm, I will say.
Warm milk is for infants. No, I don't drink warm milk.
But, yeah, no, the town I grew up in actually had more cows than people in it. And I would go up to the dairy farm and get my gallon jug of milk whenever we needed it.
You'd probably like
Super
visiting
fresh.
Australia because you don't have any trouble finding lamb in a restaurant.
Oh, man.
Because they have more sheep than people.
Mm-hmm. Well, now there's more people than cows, but at the time when I was growing up, there were literally more cows than people. Because there were 16 or 17 houses and one general store. The general store had everything. Little tiny post office in the corner of it with the metal boxes with the metal door, the fancy ones.
And they got rope.
They had hardware store, they had grocery items, they had all sorts of stuff. And I remember, I had a Hope chest, and I would get stuff from this little tiny store, general store, and put it away in my Hope chest.
Okay.
All right, well, we have one more item.
You done with the milk?
No, I didn't drink it yet. I told you I was going to drink the rest of it. Keep your lips off of my milk, dude.
Since I'm unable to open things properly, you go ahead.
I might want some. Now, this one does not have the openy easy thing. So, this is a gift from my coworker, Fat. Fat is the nicest man. And that's actually his name, P-H-A-T. Super nice man. And he had these at lunch the other day. And I was
his name isn't P-H-A-T because he's a South Central hoodie.
No, it's just his name.
He's Vietnamese.
He's Vietnamese, yeah.
It's a Vietnamese name.
Yeah. Super nice guy. And he likes that I am usually familiar with a lot of the Asian foods that he brings in. And this I have not had. And it is a pia cake. Custard hopia banh pia cake. It is durian flavored. Mung bean and durian.
Have you heard of durian?
Oh my God. So I've never actually...
Link in the description.
I've never had fresh durian fruit. But if you are anywhere in like Southeast Asia, all the hotels have signs that are like no durian. You cannot bring a durian into the hotel because they stink.
And it's one of those thick stinks that doesn't clean off well.
Yeah.
Like tobacco smoke.
It's probably a lot worse than tobacco smoke.
Weed smoke.
Yeah. I mean, an interesting comparison might be what is worse, corpse flower or durian. You know, but, and yeah, corpse flower smells exactly like its namesake, which is not a good smell.
What's it made of?
It's a plant. It's a plant that...
It's called corpse?
Yes, it blooms like, well, that's not the Latin name, obviously, but it blooms like once every 100 years. It's a long-lived plant. It's huge.
When you're saying the flower, like flower.
It sends up a spike, and it has
flour
this,
that you bake bread with.
No, it has this giant
now
blossom
yeah.
that smells like a rotting body, and that's how it pollinates, because it gets, insects are like, oh, hey, lunch. So, yeah.
A lot of insects are drawn to a poopy smell.
Yeah. I would be interested in seeing it, but I don't know about the smell, because I hear it's pretty overwhelming. But anyhow, we digress. So now let me get into my kniffy. This one doesn't have the nice, easy opening thing, so I'm just gonna...
What is the story with this knife here?
My knife? So...
I mean, it doesn't work any better than mine, but it has a definitely different look to it.
A lot prettier.
Don't hold it too close. That camera doesn't focus that close.
But
you're out of focus right now, I guarantee it.
Well, this knife was actually made by a man named Peter Florniak.
I like my knife.
And he does all of the work. So he forged the metal. So if you look at that blade there, you can see there's patterns in it.
You don't have to do the focus thing. This is a fixed focus camera.
It's Damascus. Well, I'm turning it so you have something, so you can, it stands out against my hand. But you can see the different layers in the metal. He actually takes different metals and stacks them together and forge welds them and pounds them out and folds them and repeat. So that's what the pattern is. And then this part here, this lovely raven's head, is actually moose antler that he's carved. So he does the leather work on the sheath.
And the brass work on the sheath.
He does the brass work.
Is that brass or copper? I think that one's copper.
That's copper, and the ferrule is copper, but that's a brass pin he put in there. Beautiful, beautiful work. I love his work.
What are the eyes?
The eyes are garnet. Now, he doesn't set the garnet eyes himself. He orders them preset.
Yeah, small.
So that part he doesn't do, but everything else he makes by hand, and his work is amazing. He's really interesting man.
And people that are into it will recognize that knife on your belt.
Yes, I have been at an event and went, oh, Peter's, because I saw one of his knives,
and other people do that when they see your knife.
And they got excited, and we were showing each other our Peter Florniak knives. Hopefully, I pronounced your name correctly, Peter. Anyhow, this, unlike the Oreos, does not have a resealable thing because they figure it's going to be one serving. So I'm going to open it up. And the package is now open. And, oh, yep. That would be a durian smell. Take a whiff. That's a strong durian smell. They made you cough.
No,
it's not.
It doesn't smell bad.
Bad, but it's strong.
It's not even all that strong.
There.
I mean, it's not. It's not what I was expecting. I was expecting to fall over or something.
Oh. So here is the cake.
It's a nice little cake.
Yes, and
flaky
it's
and
flaky.
like more like a pie.
It's flaky. It's heavy. For its size, it's really heavy. It comes with a do not eat. You can lick the... It was stuck to the bottom of it. The bottom of it's a little toasty. So I'm going to use said knife and I'm going to cut the cake in half. A, because there's two of us, but B, so we can look at the filling.
And you're thinking I'm going to eat the whole thing, right?
Maybe. There's your half.
My half?
Yeah.
Look, it's an egg yolk inside.
A salted egg yolk. And the paste here is mung bean. So it's actually, I mean, I'm sure it's highly sugared, but it's also high in protein because it's a mung bean. And it smells of
wheat
durian.
Flour, sugar, mung bean, durian, salted egg yolk, which consists of an egg yolk and salt, vegetable oil. Okay, so it's just ordinary wheat flour. There's nothing special in the the
it feels
wrapping.
It's moist. It feels like it's been steamed.
It's heavy.
And it's very heavy and dense.
I'm going in.
All right.
See, we're attracting flies already. They were like hundreds of yards away, and they're like, "Durian, you know what that smells like, don't you?" Okay, all right, I want to get a bite that's got the.
You want for the middle?
The yolk and everything.
Okay.
It's not bad.
That is a strong durian flavor. It is a little bit tangy. It's got a, not fermented, but almost on the edge of fermented flavor to it.
It's
and the egg
not
yolk,
ordinary.
And the egg yolk is very dense. In contrast to the very soft, custardy kind of mung bean filling. Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. You'd probably like mooncakes because they have a similar texture and also a salted egg yolk in them.
We've had salted egg yolk potato chips.
They were good.
Mm-hmm.
They were very good.
Quite.
No. Oh, no, it was salted lemon, I'm thinking. Kit Kat.
Salted lemon Kit Kats.
Salted lemon Kit Kat is like the best flavor.
I like salt, so, I mean, for the most part, you had me at salt.
Thank you, Fat.
Yes, thank you very much. This is quite a treat.
You'll have to thank him when you see him.
And this is Vietnamese?
This is Vietnamese, yeah.
Cool. Custard hopia.
Is that Vietnamese or Thailand? It might be from Thailand. Let me look. Product up. He's Vietnamese.
That fly wants some of this durian. But it's really sweet, so the sweetness is kind of almost overpowering whatever the other flavors are, but the other flavor is definitely there.
It's not as sweet as the Oreos. It does not say, well, it doesn't say in English it's a product of wherever. But that actually, looking at the English transliteration, it looks like it is in Thai.
Surprisingly tasty.
Yeah, but then the actual text here is in Chinese. So, kind of Pan-Asian. 4 servings per container. So there, you've eaten 2 servings. So a serving is a quart. So I have actually eaten just about one serving. So there's your serving portion there.
It's really rich, so I see where they're coming up with that.
Well, like moon cakes are similar in size. They are often even smaller, and a moon cake is often packaged with a little knife so you can cut it up and divvy it up and share it. That would be for Chinese New Year's.
I could eat that again. That's some tasty stuff, and I really enjoy that part of this YouTube channel. They're going into something completely blind. You have no idea what you're getting into. Some of the stuff that we've eaten, different flavored chips and like that, we finished tasting them and we still don't know what it was.
But they were good. Once in a while there's something you're like, oh man, again.
There hasn't been a lot of that.
But we're fairly adventurous.
There has not been a lot of...
try. Now, I asked him where he got this, and he's, you know, the Asian grocery store? The one that's behind the firehouse?
Yeah.
That's where he got it.
Really?
We might need to take a field trip there, and maybe we can bring you guys, if they don't object to us having a camera in the store.
We can always ask. They're pretty cool people.
Yeah, we can always ask. I mean, we're not filming the other customers. We're filming their really interesting wares.
They got 5, I think it's about 5 long aisles just of ramen. And a lot of it, you can't tell anything from the package what kind of flavor it is. So we should go and check that place out. We haven't been there since we started the channel. We haven't been to that store.
We haven't been there a long time. Now they have a freezer section, and there's a special breed of chicken where the whole chicken is black. The feet, the bones, the meat, everything. It's all black, and it is considered very healthful and good to eat because it has extra nutrition. And Fat was saying about once a month, traditionally they will get one of those chickens and they will make that soup. And everyone, especially like children, will partake of the soup because it's supposed to be really good in terms of growing up and nutrition. So that was an interesting little bit of information he shared with me.
They have whole ducks?
They have ducks. You can get duck eggs, you can get quail eggs, you can get chicken eggs.
They have a lot of, but see, if we go there now, we're going to be looking at it through different eyes.
Well, yeah. And
we'll be looking at things and going,
well, they also...
that looks weird. We got to buy it.
Well, they also have a freezer section, so you can get different frozen things. They had frogs' legs frozen. All kinds of interesting things.
They have some live seafood.
Yes, you can pick the catfish that you want right out of a big tank. I'm not a huge fan of catfish.
I'm a big fan of having somebody that knows what they're doing cook my catfish for me.
They have a dining area, but I don't know if they're like set up to cook.
No.
It's more of a you get your snack or whatever, you know, because you don't want to go grocery shopping when you're hungry.
The store's pretty big.
The store's huge.
It's good for them for you to do your grocery shopping while you're hungry because you'll buy everything.
Well, yeah.
We go there, we come home with a pretty good sized cardboard box full of stuff.
Yeah, because they don't have bags, but you can put your stuff in a box.
Yeah.
So.
The boxes that stuff comes in.
Yeah, they just save them. And
did they still do that at Costco?
I don't know. I haven't been to Costco in years. So.
But the cardboard boxes that stuff is shipped in, they got them there available. You can just grab a box and
whereas
load it
at
up.
work we break them down and they go for recycling. But
better for somebody to make use of them.
At any rate, this was really interesting.
Yeah.
A neat bunch of different desserts and snacks to try.
Sour cream and onion pretzels. 2 thumbs up on that. It's very flavorful.
That was very good.
Artificially flavored, but tastes really good.
The Oreos were good. I won't say I'm underwhelmed, But they're like them. So sweet.
I like them. But it's toffee.
They're just overly sweet to my palate.
Well,
they're very good, but again, one or two is plenty.
Toffee is made with mostly sugar.
Well, yeah, and it's somewhat caramelized.
Hmm?
So, yeah.
Very tasty.
And then...
And they're using the same cookie as a regular Oreo cookie. It's the stuffing that's different.
Yeah. And then to finish up, we have our...
That was interesting.
Custard hopia cake. That was very interesting, and it really made me think of a mooncake when it came to the texture and the egg in it.
I really enjoyed the flavor of it.
Yeah.
And I was expecting a knock you down, filthy, bad seaweed flavor or smell.
Not seaweedy at all, but
smell, like I'm just saying a really bad smell. And it didn't have a bad smell.
It has a strong smell.
I didn't even think it was that strong.
Well, it's not as strong as the actual fruit. Apparently the fruit is magnitude orders stronger.
Next time we're in Los Angeles, you can stop in at some high-end grocery stores and probably buy one.
Oh, I wonder if they even... I wonder.
You can get it canned here.
It's a popular fruit because people love the taste of it.
You can get it canned in Bakersfield. So, anyway, weird stuff, having fun with it. Click the subscribe button, tell a friend, share this stuff, because a lot of people would find,
you can get those at your local grocery store.
If they have them. I got these at a local grocery store, but if I go to the grocery store now, they don't have them. And then the pretzels and the durian, that was a real treat.
Oh, yeah.
We get to try stuff and let you know what it's like. And you can probably buy those on Amazon.
Most likely.
And if you looked up that specific item on Amazon, it's going to suggest 1,000 other weird things for you to try.
Which is a good way to find different things. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Although Amazon does not have everything.
No, they don't.
Because I was searching for beaver pelts, and they do not carry beaver pelts.
And if they did have one, they probably wouldn't ship it to California.
They couldn't ship it to California.
They're weird with the shipping to California.
I have a beaver pelt, and it's very useful. I use it often. But, well, not this time of year. But in the winter, and when we're camping, I use it often. Plus, it's waterproof pelt, so if it's raining and the ground is damp or whatever, put your beaver pelt down, sit on it, and you don't get wet. It's very useful. It served the beaver well.
Well, like
they don't have everything at Amazon.
The bug assault rifle, you shoot flies with
salt. Table salt.
Bug Assault, the company, will ship it to California.
But Amazon
won't. And the price at Amazon is about $4 more than buying it from the manufacturer. So the fact that they wouldn't ship it to me here in California when they needed a new one, because I wore out my old one. And let me tell you, there's a lot of dead flies from that old one. And black widow spiders and wasps, and they're deadly to small insects. But
yeah, I don't advise shooting the nest of wasps.
No, that will get you stung.
You want to shoot them individually if you're going to go after the wasps with the bug assault.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't know where... We haven't had a nest for a while. But anyway, we were in the process of signing out, so... do all that stuff. Leave a comment. Would you try durian, which is considered to be one of the stinkiest fruits in the world, if not the stinkiest fruit in the world? If somebody makes a cake out of that with a salted egg yolk in the middle of it, are you going to try it?
Yes.
We did. And it was good. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one, and don't forget, always have fun.